Tonight, the pond remembers. The first thing the hunter saw was himself drowning, though he stood perfectly still. The pond lay silent in the heart of the Ikande Grove, a circle of trees so ancient their roots pulsed faintly with light. The water didn't ripple, even as wind swept through the clearing. It reflected not the canopy above, but something deeper, something watching back. No one fetched water here. No one hunted near it. They said the pond had memory, that it mirrored not faces, but the soul's darkest rot. But the hunter, Okai, came anyway. His son had vanished 2 moons ago, swallowed by the grove. The villagers told him to forget. He came to remember. As he knelt by the pond's edge, the air turned colder. His reflection shimmered and shifted. It wasn't his face staring back. It was a younger man, his own hands wrapped around another's throat. The surface of the pond whispered his name. The Mirror Pond. The grove was unnaturally quiet, the kind of silence that pressed on the chest like a weight. Okai carried a charm made of coral shells and bone dust, muttering old prayers to keep his mind anchored. But the forest answered with stillness. He stopped by the pond again. Its glassy surface gleamed beneath the moon like polished obsidian. His heart pounded. He remembered this place, though he had never been here before. Whispers floated across the water. The truth waits beneath the stillness. Okai crouched and peered closer. The reflection rippled again, showing him his younger self, standing over a dead man in the rain. He saw the knife, the blood, the desperate eyes fading beneath his grip. He stumbled backward, heart racing. "No," he gasped. "That wasn't me, that was justice." The grove hummed softly, almost like laughter. He turned to leave, but the path behind him had vanished. Only more trees, gnarled and shifting, surrounded the clearing. The pond gleamed at the center like a single watching eye. Then came the voice. Soft, feminine, echoing from everywhere. "The pond remembers all who forget." Okai froze. "Who speaks?" "One who drowned here long before you were born." The surface of the water stirred. A shape rose, half woman, half water, her hair flowing like liquid night, her face smooth and featureless. Only her eyes burned faintly blue. "You killed my son," she whispered. Okai's throat tightened. The forest swayed. That was years ago. He was a thief, a murderer. He was a boy trying to eat, she interrupted. "And you buried his body near the well, beneath the roots of silence." The air thickened. Okai fell to his knees, trembling. "I did what I had to." The spirit's voice softened, but the words cut like glass. "Then do what you must again. Face yourself, or join him beneath the water." The pond began to boil, steam rising as images burst across the surface. Every lie he'd ever told, every sin he'd buried beneath duty. He saw his wife's tears the night he returned home drenched in blood. He saw his son, years later, hiding the same rage in his eyes. The water's reflection walked again, showing the boy, his boy, standing at the edge of the pond. "Father," the vision said, voice trembling, "you taught me to kill what you fear." Okai screamed, reaching out. The water surged upward, pulling him in. Cold fire swallowed him whole. Inside the depths, there were no bubbles, no sound, only mirrors of light, each showing a moment he'd denied. The killing, the lies, the silence. A final voice echoed, gentle, merciless. Confess and breathe again. Deny and drown forever. Tears bled into the water. I killed him, he choked. I killed him because he reminded me of what I was becoming. The pond stilled. Then it released him. Okai collapsed on the bank, coughing, shaking, his reflection once again his own. The dawn light crept over the grove, painting gold over green. The water remained calm, silent, but no longer watching. He looked down one last time and saw not a reflection, but a single ripple, like a heartbeat. He whispered, "Forgive me," and left the grove barefoot, his charm gone, his spirit lighter yet haunted. Days later, travelers passed the same clearing and found a small cavern in the soil beside the pond. Truth is the water. The brave must drink it. No one ever saw Okai again. But on nights when the moon hung low and silver, the pond whispered softly, the voice half sorrow, half peace. Moral: the soul does not fear punishment, it fears reflection.